You're tuned in to the Pete McDevitt YouTube stream. Pete's calling the game live and in real time. Join the large and active community of fans in our family-friendly chat room, hosted by some of the best moderators in the business. Whether it's America's pastime baseball, a battle on the gridiron, or an NHL hockey game, you'll find the best sports commentary on YouTube is right here at the Pete McDevitt Show. And it's all starting right now.
Well, welcome in, everybody. We're getting ready for nighttime football here. It's been a long day, but a day worth it. Good day. Just finished a really good stream with the ladies. Mandy wrote a great show, and much like all the ladies, were blessed. All the ladies, I'm blessed to have them as a part of our channel. I just realized I got to get my medicine in me, and I'm like, oh boy, I haven't taken that. That's not good when I don't do that. My body starts to yell at me when I don't do that. So just kind of getting set here. All right, let me say hello to everybody. Debbie, hello. Francisco, welcome. Colia, welcome. George, welcome. Fred, Freedom Alley, welcome in. Douglas, hello. Mandy, hello. Great job tonight. Jared, hello. Mr. Thibodeau, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you, friends. See if I'm set in here. I got my Christmas Mickey behind me. I've had that up for weeks. Been planning that for a while. I had it up for weeks. JB, welcome in. Good to see you. The Seahawks and the Redskins. We're going back to 1987. Steve Largent against Art Monk tonight. Wow, the Jaguars beat the Raiders in overtime. How about that? Did not see that one coming. Seahawks and Commandos. It's about time for some Carrie Underwood. Here we go. A little Carrie Underwood. Oh, Winter Olympics is coming in February, too. I forgot about Winter Olympics. Yes. I can't wait for Winter Olympics. From Baltimore to the world stage. I'm going to do something over here with the Winter Olympics. I don't know what yet, but we're going to do something with the Winter Olympics over here. It's going to be great. I can't wait. They're still doing a commercial here. I thought they were bringing me Carrie Underwood. Ready for Carrie to sing some songs. And we already got the bots coming in. How about that? Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, here come the bots. Here come the bots. Oh, I got Kenneth Walker going and Debo Samuel going tonight. All right. Kenneth Walker and Debo Samuel going. Didn't even realize that. We're waiting for them to give us the opening here. Do I have any other players in this league playing tonight? Oh, yes. I've got Daniels, the quarterback. I got Walker, and I got Pickens tomorrow. Okay. I still got some people. Good. That makes the game more fun when you got some people in. So I'm glad about that. I need to turn on the heat because it's a little chilly in my office here. At least for a bit. We're almost ready for the opening. Jared says, welcome to Seattle and Washington. Yes. The Washington Football Club, as they were known for a little bit. They should have just called them the Hogs and got over with it. Everybody would have been happy. But no. Showing all the commercials here. All right. Looks like that's the last WBAL commercial. Here we go. Is presented. Here we go. Ali, welcome in. The nation's capital is abuzz with football fever. Let's go, baby. It's on. It's crazy, guys. 97 animation zone. For Sunday night, yes, sir. Here we go. Take us to there. Nice. David T, what's up? Here we go. Here we go. I've been waiting all day for Sunday.
That was magical right there. Daniel, it's all there. I have seen it all now.
Waiting all day. Nope, gotta be awake here, mods. I got it open tonight. I got it open. Just a heads up, I got it open. 55 degrees in the nation's capital. Glad you're here tonight. David T, welcome in. I'm going to see if it makes a difference with these glitches today and jumping all over the place with the numbers. We'll see if it does.
In front of this great crowd here in Landover, Maryland. Against Sam Darnold and the 5-2 Seattle Seahawks.
5-2 Seattle Seahawks. Marky Do, welcome in.
Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark on the sideline. Thanks for having us in. I want to start with Seattle. They never get enough attention. Chris, they were a 10-win team.
Chris Collinsworth. You either love him or hate him.
If they win tonight, they're tied for the best record in the NFC. And a big reason why is their new quarterback, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's been a few places, hasn't he? He can make you a little dizzy trying to follow him, but I love what he's doing with this offense right now. It really seems to fit him. And his wide receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigma, has sprinkled
Jackson Smith and Jigma
for this team. The Seahawks can play with anybody.
All right, on the other side for Washington, very important game. It's a 3-5 team. That's as many losses as they had all of last year when they made that great run to the NFC Championship game. A lot of reasons. They've had a lot of injuries, but they get their quarterback back tonight, Jaden Daniels.
And there's nothing that...
I don't think it's going to make as much of a difference.
Nothing. And just having him back at practice, I think, gave a lift to this entire organization. But the Commanders really need a win out here tonight.
Jim Wilson, welcome in.
And this Seattle defense is really nasty. Big game for Washington tonight.
Speaking of defense of these two teams, one name comes to mind. Fine. That's Bobby Wagner. Used to start for the Seahawks, now a Commander. One of the big stars out here. That's Seattle. He plays Washington in Maryland on Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football.
Last commercial set before we start.
Welcome to more in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid.
Last commercial set before we start.
What is it that makes an SUV extraordinary? Well, hang on, Parker. What are you doing?
Days Disney Dreams, welcome in.
Absurd obstacles. How practical.
Or is it about how many lovable pets it holds comfortable?
Oh, who doesn't love dogs? Oh, now what?
Is it being stylish and techy enough? Hey, aren't you? No. Yes. No. What if it's all of that and more?
Well, it's got to be the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid.
What's your answer?
When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and that was one of the greatest days of my life.
So that day was ruined by accusations that my birds only won to sell wings. You know what they're saying out there? They're saying the quarterbacks are scrambling, apparently, to sell eggs.
Main Street Paul, welcome in.
Baker Mayfield's a brand influencer.
Days Disney Dreams, welcome in. There you go, Debbie.
To sell food. When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats. I know last week was bad, so what we got to do? Keep our chins up. Okay, chins up, guys.
Daniel Barry, welcome in.
We can. Yes.
So we're going to keep our chins up, probably.
Got you again. Gifts that say I get you.
That's nice.
Etsy.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You don't just give an extra hand. You give.
Going to be a great ending to a good football day, I hope.
That brings you. You are a fighter. This is your game. Endeavor, the market fighter.
compliments of the chef. Oh? He was so glad that he had emergency roadside service with Geico. And since they saved his bacon, he presents to you a bacon tart flambe.
A bacon something or other.
I'm not just happy to eat it. You're too humble, Mr. Gecko, which is why we also present to you, and I don't need special treatment, run-of-the-mill grilled cheese. Oh, now we're talking. Yes, we are. Okay.
Get more savings in service. Get more with Geico.
When tonight's game makes you hungry,
Let's go. Come on, get the commercials done. Let's get
a free Crunch Wrap
our stuff going here.
Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply.
Every Monday and Tuesday.
Our screen will change in just a little bit here. Yeah, it's crazy day. Bruce Gutierrez, welcome in. Welcome in, sir. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Football welcomes you to the following presentation of the National
Football League.
So a lot of Seattle fans around the monuments in D.C. That 5-2 Seattle team, chance to stay tied atop the NFC West. Big pivot point for Washington, trying to snap the 3-game slide.
All right, they've just finished the national anthem.
Jaden, you missed last Monday night with a hamstring injury. What, if any, limitations do you have tonight?
Ain't no limitation. They let me play football.
All right, sounds good. So you had a magic.
How was that?
Started every game, but you have already missed 3 games this season. What have you learned from your time on the sideline?
Yeah, I think you just have time to reflect and feel different ways to grow. I mean, adversity, God.
O'Connell, great to see you. Aaron Judge, 99, welcome in.
Now I'm back on the field, so we'll see.
Bruce Gutierrez, neutral tonight, former Redskins fan, back when the Baltimore team was back when Baltimore's team was. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
On a roll, so we got to go out there, execute, and put up a fight.
Jaden, have fun.
Thank you.
She asked Jaden Daniels, are there any limitations? And he said, they're letting me play tonight.
The great Washington trio of receivers, Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders, and the Hall of Famer Art Monk, whose jersey is being retired tonight.
Art Monk's jersey's being retired at halftime. Wow.
Head coach, he was the Seattle defensive coordinator for those back-to-back Super Bowl appearances just over a decade ago. And on the opposite side, year 2 in Seattle for Mike McDonald. What a job he has done. He's down the road. The Ravens, he was the defensive coordinator, takes over the Seattle job. Kings of the road. They won 9 straight on the road.
All right, here we go. Getting ready to kick off.
Away from the Great Northwest for his first.
Our screen will change right after the kick. Washington won the toss. Commanders want the ball.
And settling into Northwest Stadium.
Jason Myers getting ready to kick it off. Yeah, finally for Monk, right? Don't you think he should have been in there a long time ago?
Good kickoff man for Seattle. Veteran kicker Jason Myers set to get the party started tonight. Jalen Lane and Luke McCaffrey, who is
McCaffrey and Lane back there to get the ball. Just got to wait for this commercial to go by. It's nothing I can do about it. Sean, the 12th man, welcome in.
Seattle 5-2, Washington 3.
Here comes the kick in 3, 2, 1, boom. We're off and running. Short kick collected at the 10, 15, 20, 25. At the 25 and driven back. And he will be stopped right there. 5 seconds to go. And we're done with the garbage stuff. There we go.
Arizona, Luke McCaffrey, Rice, Deebo Samuel, South Carolina, Chris Moore, Cincinnati, Zach Ertz, Stanford, Larry Tunsil, Devansha University, Chris Paul.
Yeah, he's only retired 30 years now.
Amherst, Wisconsin, Sarah Cosby, Texas.
Washington with the ball first. I bet you they play action first. I'm calling play action right out the box.
Last Monday night in Kansas City, this is his 5th game of the season.
First down and 10. First down and 10. Play action. Rolls to his left. Going to take off running. Dives for a couple. 4 yards. They're going to mark it with 3 where his knee hit. Second down and 7. Commanders are going left to right on your television screen.
Hurt his knee in week 2, missed a couple of weeks, and then 3 games later.
Second down and 7.
That forced him to sit out the loss to the Chiefs and Marcus Mariota got the starting.
Shotgun formation, looking to throw. Looking down the field, nothing there. Going to run again. Takes off, got a couple again. Third down and about 4. Third down and about 4.
As he told Melissa, he's ready to roll.
You're going to see some match zones come into this team. Watch the way these linebackers jump right to these short routes. And it's forcing Jaden Daniels already to pull that ball.
Yeah, he's got to pull it down and go.
That believes in giving you nothing. They don't.
Third down and 4. Shotgun again. Third down and 4.
Let their pass rush go to work.
Jeremy McNichols is the back.
Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Got time. Throws on the run. Caught. First down out at the 40. Zach Ertz on the kick.
First down!
It was interesting getting a chance to talk to Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator for the Commanders. And basically he said, look, Chris, I'm sort of in charge of what's called on first and second down. And then after that, Jaden's on his own. I go, he really is the guy when you get into those big moments that you want him to have a little room to be.
They're going to run this time. First down and 10. First down and 10. Nope. Play action again. Under pressure. Throws. Incomplete.
John Bates to make sure that it wasn't in the wrong hands for Washington. As Drake Thomas, the linebacker, is there in coverage.
One interesting thing now for Seattle on defense, they got Devin Weatherford, who's a terrific player, Pro Bowler both this year.
Everyone's so sleepy tonight.
And Josh Jobe has done a good job on the outside as well. So to start this game, Reek Woolen, who made the Pro Bowl as a rookie.
Second down and 10. Second down and 10. Still haven't ran the ball yet. Play action again to a wide receiver screen. Deebo Samuel gets a couple, but not much. We got a flag down.
Ernest Jones, the top tackler for Seattle.
We got a flag on the play.
There with the big contact. Bill Vinovich, our referee.
Foul. Blindside block. Offensive 63. 15-yard penalty. 15-second out.
Blindside block. Yeah, it was.
The rule used to be if you got in on the inside shoulder and sort of pushed him back, you got a chance to not get that call.
And Tyler Biada's call there. It's kind of changed over the years to where your shoulder pads are facing back towards your goal line.
Second and 22 now. Second and 22.
That big flag will back it up to second and 25.
Second and 25. Correction. Good gravy.
Now the pass rush goes to work.
Got time. Rolls to his right. Takes off running. Got a couple yards, not much. 4 yards. Third and 21 coming up.
Florence, Boise, Leonard Williams, USC, Myron Murphy, Texas, Shannon Mawosu, University of Southern California, Ernest Jones, Waycross, Georgia, Drake Thomas, NC State, Devin Witherspoon, Illinois, Nicky Manwari, South Carolina, Kobe Bryant, Henry University, Ty Okada, Montana State, Reek Woolen, straight out of Fort Worth, Texas.
Shows a lot of the changes in the back.
Third and 21. Third and 21.
The hamstring injury. Need to get it just past midfield. Third and 21.
Look at his throw. Bring it 4. Goes underneath. Caught. Ertz on the catch. Not going to be enough. 4th and 13 coming up. They are going to have to punt.
Leonard Williams standing up right in the middle is really the guy that draws most of the double teams whenever he's on the field. Good speed inside.
Williams can move.
Has been a major factor for him as well. But generally, Leonard Williams is the one that gets all the attention inside.
Torrey Horton, rookie's got a touchdown on a return against New Orleans this year.
Here's the punt. Just gets it off. Melissa, welcome in. Fair catch at the 9. Seattle will start at the 9-yard line. Sam Darnold coming out. when we return from this commercial break. Good old Sam Darnold. Anybody new in here tonight, say hello. Sandokan, hello, welcome in. If you're new, say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in.
For 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. See your local Hyundai dealer today. Introducing Arby's Steak Nuggets.
Arby's Steak Nuggets.
Perfectly smoked. It's like if your favorite steakhouse made nuggets. Wait, is Arby's your new favorite steakhouse?
Dropping the phone.
I'm Maya, and these are my breasts. From sports bras to minimizer bras, we've had a complicated relationship. And then I found a lump, breast cancer. During treatment, I asked about Kisqali, a pill that can help reduce my risk of cancer return.
There we go.
Now
we're set up.
On what matters. Kisqali with an
One of the Beaver's neighbors.
adults with stage 2 and 3, HR positive, HER2 negative, early breast cancer.
Friends with Wally.
Risk of recurrence. Kisqali may cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts.
All right, we're just getting started here. Seattle's first possession of the night.
Your doctor should test your heart and blood before and during treatment. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening cough, chest pain, or dizziness. Before taking Kisqali, tell your doctor all your medical conditions.
Gosh, yawning.
Breastfeeding, pregnant, or planning to be, as it can harm an unborn baby. Common side effects include nausea, headache, and tiredness. I'm doing more today to help protect my tomorrow because I'm more than just breast cancer.
So my fridge broke. What do I do now?
Oh, I never started the poll. It was up there. Just never started for some reason. That's weird. At least the poll started now.
Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Hyundai. Welcome to more on the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. And by T-Mobile. One was the number 2 pick of his draft, the other the number 3 pick of his draft. Nathan Daniels had an opening drive. Now it's Sam Darnold's turn. Sam started with the Jets in 2018. Did a few stops, as Chris alluded to at the top. And now he is in year 1 in Seattle and continuing his good play from a year ago when he was with the Minnesota Vikings. Nice pump up trust way back Seattle up. Seahawks starting their own 10.
First and 10. Here's the pitch. Walker around the outside. Gain of about 6. Second down and 4 coming up.
This is start number 81. And continuing his route of a career for Darnold. He's 40-40. 4th team in 4 years. It was a rough finish the last regular season game and the playoff game in Minnesota. But the first 16 games, outstanding. Big reason why there's a lot of comfort for Mike McDonald.
Second down and 4. Throws, quick out, caught.
It'll be a first down.
Horton on the catch, first down. 12 yards. Darnold to Horton on that last one.
Surveying the field and was man coverage. He got to pick whatever he wanted to pick on that one. And for a team that's thin at wide receiver, seeing Troy Horton make that first catch, that's big.
Both teams thin at receiver tonight. This is the star receiver for Seattle.
Round the outside. Jackson, Smith, and then Jigba on the handoff, short run. You know, it has to be the supporting characters around him, Jim. That's what I would say.
Almost 100 yards coming into tonight, and he has been sensational. He said he just basically made up his mind. He wanted to be the best receiver in football. He told Mike McDonald, his head coach, as much, and he's backed it up.
500-yard games already.
First down and 10. First and 10. Play action. Going to roll. Throws to his right. Is that caught? Yes. Short completion. Horton on the short catch. Flag. Black by the quarterback. Chop block against Seattle. Move it back 15 yards.
Who is the fullback who's returning to the lineup, missed the last 4 with an ankle injury.
If the tackle is engaged, if Lucas is engaged, then you cannot hit low.
That's what he did. He hit low. He can't do that.
Back in the lineup after dealing with an ankle injury, but looked like he almost had broken away, and I'm sure Hoops will tell you as much.
So both teams with 15-yard offensive penalties on their opening drives. Now back.
1st and 25. Shotgun, looking to throw. Underneath, caught. Smith and Jigma out to the 39. 2nd down and 12 coming up. 2nd and 12.
Sam Darnold, USC, Ken Walker, Memphis, Tennessee, Corey Horton, shout out Fresno, Jackson Smith and Jigler, The Ohio State University,
AJ Barner, Michigan, Elijah Arroyo, DU,
Charles Cross,
Mississippi State, Gray Zabel, North Dakota State, Young Sundell, North Dakota State, F.P. Bradford, LSU, Abraham Lucas, Washington State.
Big day missing Cooper Cup injured Thursday in practice.
2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12. Quick out. Flags, false start.
Get a few of those here tonight.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd out.
That was the right tackle, Lucas.
And we're seeing, Mike, a lot already. The Seattle Seahawks are a very good team playing from the edge out, right? They've struggled a little bit running inside, put up numbers, but from the edge out, they've been good. The Commanders, on the other hand, are a very weak team outside the edge. So already we're seeing a lot of jet sweeps and throw it out wide. Let's get it on the edge and force these Commanders to make some plays.
Saw part of the game plan there. Kubiak, the 38-year-old.
2nd and 17. 2nd and 17.
Switch up the back, Zach Charbonnet.
Underneath, Smith and Jigma almost out to midfield. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3. They're making it all back.
To some extent, everybody wants to be Travis Kelce, right? Just get down there, turn around, give you the free 15 yards. Those plays are a lot of fun to catch the ball in space for a receiver. You don't get that all that often, especially if you're the number one receiver in the National Football League. So very creative ways to just try and get him the ball.
It was 1st and 25. Now it's 3rd and 3. Bobby Wagner looks over.
Ray the way, hitting us up for $4.99. Holler, holler. Here's the throw on 3rd and 3. Caught. 1st down, Seattle. Thank you, Ray the way, for blessing the channel. Myself and Preston, my friend. Blessings to you this holiday season. We've started it. That's something I'm starting tonight. The holiday season is upon us. Thank you. We got a trip coming up this weekend. That'll be good stuff. Thank you. And around Kenneth Walker, gain of 10. Gain of 12. Gain of 12 by Walker. It's been a while. Good to see you, Ray the way.
The replay of the big board fans were trying to throw challenge flags that they don't have.
They cannot allow this to happen defensively. If you allow Kenneth Walker to get on the edge of your defense, you are going to have an awful night on defense. They came in, their game plan, they knew what they had to stop. They knew what the issue was, and they have not been able to stop it yet.
That was the previous.
1st down and 10. 1st down and 10. Under center, single back set is Walker again. Gain of 6 again. That's been a while, yeah.
Jake Martin,
If it was the Super Bowl.
Alabama, Bulldog, South Carolina, Von Miller, Texas A&M, Sparky Louis, Washington State, Bobby Wagner, Utah State and Howard University, Marshawn Lattimore, The Ohio State University, Mikey Sarasville, Michigan, Jeremy Reeves, South Alabama, Paul Martin, Fort Myers, Florida, Trey Ames, Ole Miss.
Rough first half of the season for this defense. They gave up 430.
2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. This Seattle play has gotten at least a half dozen yards.
Solid run.
3-yard line, just short of the first down, is Walker. Second-round pick back in 2022. Forward Walker, was a top running back in college when he played for the Michigan State Spartans.
Third down.
Resurgence for Sam Darnold in his career is the fact they're playing him under center. And they're getting the running game going, and they can go play action, but it really fits him just great.
Adrian Barker comes up there. It says Seattle's just pushed bodies everywhere.
Movement.
The Seahawks.
False start. Offense number 67. Under penalty. Third down.
Pinch cross. People in Philadelphia are saying, "Say it's not as easy as it looks." AJ Barner up underneath the center.
Hanging in there pretty good, Ray, the way.
Barner as quarterback in his high school background. Every tight end who played.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Two Sports Club.
KK, welcome in. Third down and 5. Third down and 5. Darnold to Walker. If he'd have kept his feet.
He's down there. That's not.
If he'd have kept his feet, he might have scored.
It is a first down for the Seahawks in the red zone.
Pressure all the way around, and here's where the coverage has to come from. And really no.
Yoo-hoo! Welcome in. Great to see you.
There's no help anywhere with that cover zero. That's just the pitch and catch. Good read by Darnold.
Nice opening drive for Seattle, even with a 15-yard penalty. This is play 11.
Shotgun, go to throw. Incomplete. Flags everywhere. It's going to be first and goal with the 1.
There in coverage. And guilty.
First and goal with the 1 coming.
Team number 2. 5 down. I'm ready first down.
And Mike, what's happening to this Commanders defense is they're not doing a great job getting pressure on their own. So they're having to blitz. And they've given up 22 big plays already. So they came into this game and they were going to try to make some adjustments to not give up as many big plays. But consistently, what they found that is if they don't blitz, they don't get pressure. If they don't get pressure, they get picked apart in zone defenses. So they have their corners on the outside.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Tremendous pressure on Marshawn.
They were all over him, 2 of them.
Trey Amos and Mikey Sanders still. All those guys, it's tough.
We'll detail it later. They have been decimated at the wide receiver and the defensive front in terms of injuries. First and goal, Seattle from the 3. Walker.
First and goal, Walker, nothing there.
Jeremy Reed will not let him get there. The veteran safety stepped in after Will Harris went out with a broken leg. Good stop there.
Mike, one of the other things that we've talked about is the fact that Cooper Kupp is not in the lineup. And Cooper Kupp is like having another guard out there. He is the guy that digs out those safeties and some of those goal line and short yardage runs. So not only missed in the passing game, but in that run blocking game as well.
Drive that is taken half.
Second down and goal. Second and goal. Play action to Walker. Darnold throws. Caught. Touchdown. There is a flag down, though. Let me see what it is.
Which way? It'll be on Washington.
It's on Washington. Horton on the score. Touchdown, Seattle. Horton on the reception.
Clap your hands!
Come right out. Cooper Kupp, but this is a very Cooper Kupp-like route on the outside. You saw Torrey Horton go in and work hard against that outside leverage and just force his way inside and then break all the way across the other way outside. But clutch performance. When you have receivers out, you know, maybe Torrey Horton step up like that as a rookie. Pretty strong.
Extra point is good.
By Myers, Horton No receptions in his last 2 games, but he gets to the end zone.
Gordon in the end zone this one.
Halfway through it, too. 12 plays, 90 yards, 7 points for Seattle.
I think this might be Seattle's game unless Washington can start clicking on offense again.
The darkness of bipolar depression.
They have not clicked on offense in a while.
Things I love. Then I found a chance to let in the light. Discover Capilita. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Capilita is proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2 depression. And in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood
Hope you guys are having a good time tonight. Sunday night football at its best. We'll be doing Monday night as well.
Report fever, confusion, stiff
We've got a late night show after this one. Got a real special video we'll be sharing later tonight.
As can high blood sugar, which may be fatal.
If you're a friend of the channel, been watching us for a while, you will probably have a good time coming over with us on that.
Find savings at Capilita.com.
Once Minnie heard about Walmart's Black Friday deals, she called on an old friend, one who loved a good steal.
Black Friday, not that far away. I'm just saying, everybody. Black Friday, not that far away. JJ Kicks, what's up? Good to see you, JJ Kicks. What's your favorite restaurant around Frederick? I don't really have any around Frederick. I don't go up to Frederick that much anymore. It's changed a ton since I've been up there.
They say they see a twinkle in my eye. Do you see a twinkle?
It's changed a ton since I've been up there.
You're my captive. Guess I'll have to lick my way out.
To learn how to be in a T-Mobile iPhone commercial, Jeff Bridges moved in with Zoe Saldana. But mostly, they just played with the new iPhone 17 Pro. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Plus, save up to 20%. Check the math.
26 days to big savings, yes. 26 days to big savings.
Weather-wise here for the first weekend in November. Temperature is 15, very comfortable out. You look at Northwest Stadium here in Landover. You got a long look at the Seattle offense, too. That drive 8 minutes, 7 seconds by time, the longest of this season. Players back there on the kickoff here.
Touchback. And
Part of the reason why, Melissa, was an injury on the opening kickoff.
Yes, an early injury to update you on Commanders wide receiver Luke McCaffrey. He is out because of a shoulder injury. He came over to the sideline.
McCaffrey out of the game because of a shoulder injury.
He was grimacing in pain. He went immediately after that into the X-ray room.
He's right into the X-ray room.
Play the rest of this game without Luke McCaffrey.
It has just been
wow
all season long. We mentioned earlier Terry McLaurin is out with that quad injury, and McCaffrey. Noah Brown has missed the last half dozen games. They called up Traylon Burks for this game, but there's a very thin receiver spot.
And let's throw Austin Eckler in there as well. He basically is a receiver at the running back position. So arguably 3 of their most explosive players.
Handed off to Corey Presky-Merritt, the rookie running back out of Arizona. He gained a couple of yards. He played 1 game in Arizona, but that's where his 3 college tour ended up. A guy whose nickname is Bill, and that's the way everybody refers to him.
Which we appreciate. Bill's a lot easier to memorize. That was good. We got a T-shirt with Bill written all over the front of it.
Oh, you did?
Doug, you're still here, right?
I got nothing. Great. He's the 25th and final running back.
Second and 8 here. Second and 8. Daniels takes off running. He'll get about 8. 7 or 8. Third down and about 2.
Missing a several receiving threats. Jaden Daniels has been busy on the ground. 4 runs in 8 plays.
I have Walt running right now for watch time for him. I'll rewatch the regular show later because I want to see it. But I'm running him for watch time right now, and I have him muted. It literally is the best show I've ever seen of Walt. Right now, I'm envisioning that he's saying, Pete is incredible. I love Pete's channel. Pete's always right. That's what I'm envisioning as I'm watching. That's what I'm hearing him say. It's the greatest show ever. Third down and 2. Oh, what a catch. Did he hold on to it?
Goes up to get it. There's a penalty marker down.
Penalty marker down. Looks like it's going to be a first down.
Fighting Nick Eamon-Warry, the rookie DB for Seattle. He's talking a lot. The guy's been in the league 13 years. Hold it.
Holding defense. It doesn't matter. Automatic first down.
Nick Eamon-Warry, I remember watching him out.
Oh, God.
He is a big, strong, fast. He was one of those guys that could do everything as far as testing is concerned, and he's a good matchup on tight ends.
I picked 35th overall pick of the draft.
First down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 5.
36. Could get 3 on that carry. A couple times in the NFC.
They're going to mark him at 3.
Showing in the game against the Giants early.
Saying his knee hit.
Got a T-shirt, you can call him Bill. The last few games, though.
Go Mini is in the house. Good to see Go Mini.
The way that he did early in the season, just averaging about 3 yards a carry, and that's a little bit of the story.
Second down and 6. Second and 6 under center. Single back set.
Of this opening quarter.
Pitch. Round the outside. That's a big run. Oh, we got nice tackle of the beat. Witherspoon with a great tackle. Open field. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. What a tackle. I thought he had that easy.
He's had a few what plays as well, but this is what Devin Witherspoon can do for a team. This looked like he was going to bust for some big yardage, and he slowed it down, waited for his help, and left him short of the first down.
5th overall pick in the draft. He has played to that his first 2+ years.
3rd and 1. Handoff up the middle. Didn't get it. He danced around looking for space instead of pushing it. He didn't get it.
Murphy in there, among others. They keep Washington short as we get to the end of a rapidly played opening quarter. Seattle 7.
Oh, that's good.
Sunday Night Football continues after this.
End of the first quarter. Washington's got time to think about it. On a 4th and inches at their own 42. Got time to think about it.
This Adam is not.
Is everybody here? No one showed up. Oh, I texted the group. We moved it to your place.
But with all the RSVP texts, no one noticed the location change. This party was a huge. Wow, this one was just a tight. Sorry, Larry.
There's no one hyped.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. What is this shit? What is this? Ain't nobody playing music when you drive up in a Hyundai.
With the all-new Big QP.
That I do know.
Chips and salsa and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you make done with Tiny...
We've got our Halloween decoration boxes down. They are being transitioned in the morning. And then Christmas is coming down. My goal is Christmas is done inside by noon tomorrow. That is my goal. It's the most wonderful time of the year. What's up, Rudy? Welcome in. You got Williams and Bowers today. Well, Bowers already played. You talking about Bowers played for Vegas?
Short on nothing. Big on weekend.
For those of you that are Disney friends in here tonight after this show, I have a very special video that I'm playing that Casey made. It's going to be really, really nice. I would, if you're friends of the channel, as many of you are, watch the replay tomorrow or check it out tonight with us right after the game.
TV's Feel Better competency. Dennis Medical premieres tomorrow on NBC. And Peacock. Honestly. Honestly, though.
They both have big games. Oh, okay.
Honestly,
Gotcha.
Lincoln Collins.
Oh, is that right? That is absolutely right. Things America finds out on a Sunday night. Mike Tirico.
I knew Williams had already played. I thought that Bowers did.
Terry McCauley, our rules analyst, with us as well.
Very nice guy, Go Mini. Very nice. It's a great video. I'll share it tonight on Insomniacs right after this game. 4th and inches, and they're going to go for it. Play action. He rolls out. Going to throw. First down. He's got Ertz on the play. First down. Correction, it went to Bates.
Marcus Mariota, this is the difference maker. When you have a guy that can make these kind of plays the way that Jaden Daniels can, you can't play defense the same way. You can't congregate all your defense inside and stop the push and all that because you have to play him.
Just a couple of those 4th down opportunities.
And around Samuel goes down in a pass. It'll be a gain of 9.
It's about 8 to the 40-yard line.
Gain of 9.
One of the Seahawks took the worst of that was Josh Jobe from his own fellow defensive back. The athletic training staff right there on the spot to check out Jobe. Took a real direct shot.
Jobe is the player that's injured. They're checking him out.
4th-year man out of Alabama. It was a gain of
2nd down and 2 coming up.
It's legit.
Oh, he got hit by his own guy. He got clocked by his own guy.
fellow DB just trying to come in.
Friendly fire took him out.
You've got to bring it with intention because Deebo's a strong, powerful runner still. So Reed Woolen will come in. You mentioned Chris, he was not out there at the beginning of the game for Seattle.
Yeah, he missed week 6 with a concussion. So it is keep an eye on these guys' time. But those are 2 guys right now for Washington. They have to win this game for them. Jaden Daniels, Deebo Samuel. Those have got to be the 2 primary guys. We'll throw Zach Ertz in there as well. But those are the guys that have to get it done now.
Seattle opening drive is 12 plays. This is Washington's 14th of the night.
Handoff up the middle, nothing. Got stuffed.
Seattle on the other side of the line with Derek Hall.
3rd down coming up in,
Last couple of games with an oblique injury.
I don't know what, 4 maybe now?
We'll see out of Seattle.
Where they mark him.
They stay on the move up front. And so for an offensive line, it's always very difficult to try to figure out where that hole is. But you could tell the anticipation was that they were going to cut that thing back to the right based on the blocking scheme. And they just have to stay on that path. Whatever they call it, we got to stay on that path.
And that's what you're talking about, that rushing defense up front. How good Seattle has been against the run. 3rd and 2. Bringing extra bodies. Daniels.
3rd and 2, a flag down. Daniels is going to run, but it may be a holding. He may be coming back. Hello, Steve Browning. Welcome in.
See Ernest Jones as his helmet came off, asking for the foul.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense 75.
Face mask offense.
Repeat 3rd down.
Which he'll get as the left guard, Chris Paul, picks up the 15-yarder.
Well, Chris Paul was about as spread out as he could be. We were talking about these stunts. Watch at one point, he's going to have his hand there on that face mask and his hand on the neck of the other one. And he's doing the best I can. Throwing helmets off. We're getting wild out here already. But at least Chris Paul was trying to get it done one way or another.
Protecting his guy, that's for sure. Yeah, he's popped into the line. That's the 3rd 15-yard penalty on the offense.
3rd and 17. 3rd and 17. Look at his throw. About to get hit. Throws it.
Did he get the 2nd foot down? Yes, he did.
Intercepted. Going the other way.
It was Devin Witherspoon with the corner pressure. And Ty Okada able to go up, get it.
Wow.
Down, he's his first career pick. And it
Seattle ball on the turnover.
When you grow up out here, you learn to tell facts from fertilizer. I keep my boots clean by rolling with AT&T. You know, the company that invented the telephone. AT&T's America's first network, and it's still the best.
All these phone companies going back and forth is killing me.
Just the fastest, most reliable network. Ain't that right, Graham? When you compare, there's no comparison. Plain talk, strong signal, nothing better.
Gary, used car shopping can't hurt you.
What if I overpay?
Come out and I'll show you a better way.
Well, show me, Carfox.
Knowing how a car's accident.
If I had a talking fox in my bedroom, I'd be terrified.
Fox, say show me at Carfax.com.
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis gets in my way. But thanks to Sky Rizzy, I'm free to bare my skin.
Oh,
With Sky Rizzy, I saw dramatically clearer skin.
tomorrow's Arizona and Dallas, huh?
Sky Rizzy is
Arizona and Dallas.
2 starter doses.
Don't use Allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Sky Rizzy, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Old Navy presents Jingle Jammies, the greatest snow on earth. Just look at those jammies jingle. That's Snowbiz.
Ty Okada with a sensational play, making the catch of the night so far. And we're going to see the corner blitz come from the outside here with Witherspoon coming completely free, forced Jane Daniels to try and probably just throw it out of bounds, but got hit as he threw, and then watch the footwork here.
That was great footwork to stay in. What does the fox say? Trying to get you to buy a car.
On the sideline ever since. Perfectly done and deservedly so.
And that toe just down before the elbow. Great shot of 32 for Seattle. Jared Green, backup DB. He's there at this.
First down and 10. Play action rolls. Caught. Smith and Jigma on the catch.
42-yard line pickup of 18 and a Seattle first down.
But Mike, that is a situation, again, they've been running the football all over Washington. So what do? Back underneath center, first down, you go bootleg. It's the reason their numbers are astronomical when they do throw the ball on early downs. #1 in the National Football League, because you have to play that run so hard.
First down and 10. First down and 10. Oh, hammered. Charbonnet tries to run it. Gets stuffed.
Now a decade in the league. No game.
Second down and 10. Second and 10.
See some of those big guys coming in there, because what you have to do against Seattle offensively is you have to stop the run. You have to play the run, or they won't do anything else. They'll just run it and run it and run it. And so now you get that one big play and you come back with a stop. Here's your opportunity for Washington.
Second down and 10. Second and 10. Snap low. Gonna throw. Quick out. Caught. Smith and Jigma again. Short catch.
2 yards shy on the first down is the pushing and shoving. Lattimore. Oh, gotta be careful there in front of the Seattle bench as he took the extra push in Arroyo. Everybody separates. And we'll have third down. I'm glad you said that, because they're 21st in the league in rushing yards per game. It's not like this is some dynamic, unbelievable running game, but they stay, quote, on schedule all the time.
Did I tell you that Clint Kubiak was the offensive coordinator? That's all you need to know. That name alone.
Third down and 3. Third down and 3. Under center. Single back set. Handoff. Charbonnet. First down.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse. Jonathan Alexis Morales Hernandez. Big run right there. Gain of 5 or 6.
He'll need some medical attention, I believe. He will.
You'll see the effort to get up the field, but so many times when you start trying to come after the passer, it creates opportunities. And Kenneth Walker is the guy with the speed, but Charbonnet is the guy you fear running right at you.
And Martin with the athletic training staff out to look at him after going low to take out Charbonnet.
Charbonnet got dropped on his head almost. They've never met the Saints, Panthers, or Cards in the playoffs. Okay. Gotcha.
Like the relentless Chevy Silverado and rugged Chevy Colorado and powerful Chevy Silverado HD and the uncompromising Chevy Silverado EV.
Puntless game. I don't know.
The Chevy Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. And Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on. It's going to be loud as Las Vegas and Denver go toe-to-toe in an old-school clash.
Dang it, wrong one.
Doug.
We going to let them know.
Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance. To save people hundreds! Whoa. Looks like we're working. Good at halftime. Only pay for what you need.
Oh, these Liberty commercials. That drive you nuts.
Work has been weird lately. He's going to find a coupe. And fast. Luckily, AI mode and Google search can help him hatch a plan. It's got to be quick, and it's got to be... Yeah.
They are moving the ball. Yeah, absolutely. See if the run can keep punishing like it has been. That'll be the key.
Everything's gravy. Plenty of quick getaway? Just ask Google.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available at your local store. Unstoppable's unlimited collection makes everything smell like luxury won't repeat, so you can smell unstoppable.
Tonight's SNF sites are provided by Nationwide. Best sites anywhere. All the monuments. Jefferson, Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial. And this great view from the steps of the Jefferson Memorial across to the Washington Memorial. No better place to get out and get a walk and a run. What a spot. Injury to Kwame.
Tamia Parker, hello. Welcome in.
Under his own power, athletic training staff looking at him. Darnell Savage, seventh-year man out of Maryland, his replacement. And the Seahawks are on a roll. 16 plays, 9 first downs. Darnold's 8 of 8. They operate from the Washington 27.
Charbonnet again. Inside the 20. Close to the 20, I should say.
Is keeping them in control of the game plan a third of the way through this one.
So they just keep changing it up, right? It looks like the same plays, but it's not. How about a little trap play this time? Come out here, kick it out, start getting aggressive, flying up the field, kick that guy out of there, and just looks easy what they're doing so far.
Pitch, Charbonnet again. Going to get hit for a loss.
Jeremy Reeves running up from that safety spot. Shut it down. Bobby Wagner over there as well, the former Seahawks.
Third down at 8 coming up. Third down at 8.
Jeremy Reeves is a bad man. We were watching him the other night, and he was making plays just like this all over the field. He was just throwing his body around and trying to create some real collisions, and now he's giving his team a chance. Now they have to create some pressure because you've got to drop back and throw the football. They're no longer under center, no longer the threat of the run.
Juan Martin injured a couple of plays ago. Back in, it's 3rd and 8. Rushing 5.
Down the field he goes, wide open. Horton, touchdown. It's like a 40-yard touchdown. Good Lord. Wide open in the end zone.
Scrimmage he had against Mike Sainristil. Watch this. This is
A 25-yard play.
It is over. There is no chance that they're stopping that play. And Sainristil is sort of one of those young, hot corners coming in. Played well last year. No chance on that one.
Jason Myers on for the extra point on the Michael Dixon hole. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns by the rookie Horton. Penalty marker down on this.
We got a late penalty flag on the kick.
Myers got whacked on that one. He's still trying to walk it off.
He's running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker is what it was.
It's 14-0 Seattle. Torrey Horton, the 5th-round pick, has 5 touchdowns on the season. He's got 2 tonight. Seattle.
Horton is finding a way to get open tonight. 8:52 left in the half.
What's up, Carl Nation? It's your
8-5-2.
full service wealth management skills in the biz. Actually, I'm seeing something from Schwab.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Schwab lets you invest and trade on your own.
And if you want, they can even manage it for you.
Not to mention, Schwab has a team of specialists for taxes, insurance, and estate planning, all with low fees.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Carl.
Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
Is this a Christmas commercial? I see Christmas stuff. Yes, it is. Yeah, I cannot see anything right now. I don't have the screen. I'll look. Right now, I got commercials. Christmas commercials at that. Sometimes it's just pure luck with the algorithm. I've had the same thing happen.
NFL Network.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can I win the title? We can. We win. We might.
Friday on NBC Peacock.
This looks the Seattle defense is brought to you by Accenture.
All right, here we go.
When you think of the Legion of
Washington getting the ball back.
Hit the halfway point of the season. This has been the best running defense in the NFL, and they kept people off the scoreboard. 7 games, 20 or fewer points in 6 of the 7, and no back has gotten going. 100 yards, 16.
Yeah, that happens real quick. Oops.
Against the Seattle defense.
Yeah, that happens real quick. Oh my God! Did Washington just lose the football? Fumbled. Oh my God! Seattle's got it.
At the Washington 26-yard line.
At the Washington 26.
And you've got a defense playing like this, an offense playing like this, and now you're going to throw in a little
wow
team magic on top of it. That is not good. And defensively, you have to strut back out there and hold the fort right now. I mean, this is sort of game on the line here.
Brandon Peely, defensive lineman on kickoff coverage, forced it. And Mike McDonald loves it. We are seeing more big guys.
If they score here, man, this gets out of hand quick.
Short area coverage on kicks, and Peely comes up with the big one. Recovered by O'Toole.
Hold that title. We are not. I'll explain later. Wide open, Arioto, touchdown.
Clap your hands!
Stop the run. You get the quick run.
Wow, that was fast. Hey, how was that? Yeah.
Ryan Holhouse is here.
Oh, was he?
I don't think Dennis recognized us at first until Brian was like, "Oh, McDevitt," and then he just put us all through.
Oh, jeez.
Carlito. I reminded Uncle Dan about the video.
Oh, did you get him to do a video for a thing? You should have.
I told Uncle Dan about it. Uncle Dan was very flustered. He got there late. He got there 30 minutes before the show started. Because he had, so I told him about it of her volleyball tryouts. So.
Did you get him a belt?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Brian was that the Cruzier belt? And I was like, yes. He was like, oh, thank you. Tara wasn't
Good
there.
night. So, Tara wasn't there?
They had Carlito coming to a show in March.
Okay.
It wasn't the green version.
Did they do that? Let me see a picture. They do it backstage.
Uncle Dan kind of waved us in and then waved us back out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he seemed like he had a lot going on.
Is that what they were doing? Paper pictures type thing back there?
No, they were doing it out in the thing, but he had us come back like right when the tag team match started, so because he didn't want to bring him out and everyone
Go crazy.
all over him. So he brought all of us back with the little kids.
Nice. Okay.
They all had bought a hat and they all got shirts.
Okay.
Uncle Dan told him that if they ever want to go to the show again, he just let him know.
Okay. Well, maybe one of these times I'll go. So. All right, cool. Want a donut? You still got 3 left.
It was a really small crowd tonight.
Was it?
I'm assuming because it's a Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday's not a good night to do a show.
They had a good turnout last night, even though Enzo.
Show that picture, Preston. Doug might want to see that. Show the in the stream. Look who Preston met tonight, Doug. And Amber. Enzo Amore. You remember him from the WWE? There you go.
Carlito and just like someone else.
We'll just keep up on it. We'll get out there one of these nights. So, all right. Well, I'm glad y'all had a good time. 8:30-ish tomorrow, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock's fine.
The success of the offense and the special teams tonight. After that touchdown, the
all right. Love you both.
defensive players stood up, hyped on the sideline. They were waving at the crowd, telling everyone to go home.
All right. Second down and 10. Second down and 10.
We have 4 quarters, and they said, nope, bye-bye.
Washington needs to kick it into gear.
We appreciate those guys sending everybody home. Still a ton of time in this one. Rusty Barrett takes it inside for about 5 yards. And you go back to what you were talking about, Chris. We had Seattle against Green Bay, and the Packers were on a roll, and they were the NFC North team, right? And that was the reality that rookie first-year head coach Mike McDonald was facing. Young coach, too, and following a legend in Pete Carroll. So a lot of things were not working their way, and he's just started to establish something.
Yeah, he was in for my brother's show.
Wow, they have made a statement here tonight. 3rd and 5, Washington is desperate need one.
3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Did you need that or no?
No, I thought it was not when he waved us back. He waved us because the way it was set up, you could only go through where the busters go. So he waved us back, and the security guard standing right there. We started walking. He's like, "Where are you going?" And I just ignored him.
You just ignored him?
Yeah. Uncle Dan was standing right there.
They only need a yard. It's march forward progress, 4th and 1.
Glad you had a good time.
It was very aggressive in the Kansas City game. You're going to stay that way here and keep the
Yeah, one of those shows.
Joe would remember who I was without me.
Did he remember you? No? Yeah. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Play action, rolls to the right, going to run it himself. Whistles and flags are down.
Daniels had something going there, too. They'll punt it away now.
Full start. Offense number 86. Your penalty. Bill Forte.
I don't really get this one. Let's see, does Hurts go early?
Yeah.
Half step.
Yeah, he's early. Hurts left early.
Considered motion. That's what I used to try and tell him. I try and do that. That's a motion.
Punting. Going to punt again. 7 minutes left of the second here.
Get out of the way, and it'll roll. A nice average booster for a very good kicker. 63 yards, no return. So something's gone positive for Washington. That's up our nation's capital team. Always has DC buzzing. Right now it's DC bumming. They're down 21-0.
Introducing the Acura AVX. Young kid. Take your buzz. Hey Google, turn it up. Take your buzz on Google. The all-new Acura AVX. Crafted to match your energy. Take your buzz and
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Before you are Arby's new.
All right, Seattle's got the ball again, and
Piece of steak that
so
is cut up into nuggets. How has no one?
I have no idea how they won. James, you'd have to check the highlights. I didn't feature their games today. Seattle's defense, no surprise, their defense is excellent. Yeah, their coach, yeah, he was an old Ravens coach.
You really do get more with
That is true.
Oh, Geico just makes things fast and easy.
And their customer service reps always know just what I need.
Did you just,
Shh. Is she allowed to do that?
she's mad with power.
I just know they've been winning a lot. Patriots are having a good year this year.
Hold it up high. You don't just give an extra hand. You give your whole heart because it feels good to raise up the community that raised you. You are a fighter, and this is your win. Medella, the mark of a fighter.
Week 9 concludes with Monday Night Football. Then Week 10 kicks off with Thursday Night Football.
Tell you what, when water is ice cold,
NFL Plus.
like almost just at the level where it's so cold it hurts, right before that, it's perfect. Yeah, they've been very good on the road. Very good on the road.
In terms of fit, you look good. Sam Darnold looked good in Jay's uniform, however, it didn't work out. The Carolina, the Niners, Minnesota, and Seattle. Youngest quarterback to start for 5 different teams.
It's sad knowing that when I do the parties this weekend, it's a dead stream, basically, as far as that goes.
Seattle, with the wins and the good yards, keep going. You go back from last year to now, it's top 5 in some big categories. So maybe Minnesota was a fit. And these Seattle threads, including these big throwbacks.
6:44 on the clock. 6:44 on the clock.
We saw during his college days that Southern California.
Give it to Walker. Let him take off running. Play action. Look at the throw. Dumps it off to Walker. He's going to get a couple.
Well, what's working for Sam Darnold? He is working through these progressions as fast as I have ever seen him. Like in dance class, right, Mike? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go. He sees the third one, and there it is.
It always is.
His eyes just move so easily and right on target. Watch his feet. The exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Gets back to the last look. Hits it for a big first down.
Second down and 5. Second and 5. Handoff Walker. Guy ran right into 2 people. Good Lord.
Third down, Jordan McGee there on that play. That was really neat with the eyes and the feet, and it's a little.
At least I know it going in.
It absolutely is, but I think there's more to it than that. When we were talking to some of these coaches about Sam Darnold, they were saying, you know, when we had him in San Francisco, he was a nice guy. He's not so nice anymore. You get cut a few times, and all of a sudden you want things done your exact way.
Third down and 5. Third down and 5.
With his physical skills, now we have something.
No game leaves it 3rd and 5. Washington needs a play. Darnold.
Washington need to stop. They're not going to get it. Smith and Jigma all the way out to the 40. He's having a monster game.
Yard gain for Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. And Darnold ties his career best to open a game. 12 of his first 12.
Do you know how hard it is to have these monsters chasing you around inside the pocket and keep your eyes down the field and try and make a play?
First down and 10. First down and 10. Play action. Down the field he goes. Got his tight end. White. Touchdown. Holy heck.
Clap your hands!
28-0.
Places with a 60-yard score.
Play fake, corner reacts up, and you go for a touchdown. That's all it is. Under center, they can't stop the run, so they all start jumping into the run game, and then you get behind them, and you can see.
That guy didn't even make a tackle. He just threw his weight into him.
It's just been so much fun to watch. This is the way offense is supposed to be played. Run game plays into the pass game, vice versa. What a performance, and look out, America. Jumping to the front of the line.
Amos went up the tunnel, checked out, had a hip injury, came back in. And Cody White says, I'll take some of that. Young man from Novi, Michigan, with his first.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't see that ever happening. Happening.
At the UPS store, we offer a lot because running a small business takes a lot.
Wow. That's all I got to say is wow.
And they give your business a real freedom dress store. So while you're juggling everything else like the boss you are, we're the extra pair of hands.
That's just
Count on us as
unreal.
mailboxing anything and everything to keep you going, store. Visit the upsstore.com/save and get 3 months of free mailbox services today.
Washington's really digging themselves a hole.
And then there's going all out.
Really digging a hole.
There's nothing like having an end with Priority Notified and turning a regular Thursday into the day you try this, and this. And with up to $400 in Resi credit, there's nothing like having
Can only manage. Ernie T, what's up, Ernie T? How you doing, brother?
The place lives up to the hype.
How you doing?
With dining benefits at over 10,000 Resi restaurants. There's nothing like Platinum. It's the biggest deal in breakfast.
Tomorrow, Zippity Doo Dog will be going in the morning at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, Zippity Doo Doug for his morning coffee talk. They talk Disney, they talk laughs, they talk fun. His brother Steve usually comes on, talks about chafing and stuff like that. It's all kind of good stuff. Check it out. 9 o'clock in the morning. Somebody drop the link for Zippity Doo Doug in the morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way for your drive. You know, you used to listen to the radio DJs in the morning that were funny. You can check out Zippity Doo Doug in the morning. It's an abyss, not a hole.
Saturday, a Peacock exclusive Spurs and United. Then next Sunday on USA, Liverpool.
Yeah, Sendokin not doing too good.
On USA and Peacock.
Mariah Swoosh, hello, welcome in. How you doing, Mariah Swoosh?
Thunder and the Clippers, for those of you out west, whichever game you don't get on NBC, you get on Peacock, and I'll begin today Eastern time. That's the new locker room, the Commanders headquarters. Josh Harris, who has taken over the ownership group for the last couple of years, investing a lot of money in the product.
After the 20, 25, 30. Washington will start at the 30.
Start here. Tebow Samuel had that kick return just across the 30-yard line. Josh also NBA and NHL ownership with the Devils in the NHL and the 76ers in the NBA. Off to a big start.
And high school and college wrestling.
Oh, that's right. You talked about that.
160 pounds or so now. You wrestled about 118, and you may be ready to wrestle somebody right now. Wow. What a
First down and 10. First down and 10.
Daniels in Washington looking for anything. From the 31,
Daniels takes off running again. He'll get 8.
Live. 7. Devin Witherspoon has been active in his return tonight.
Well, it has been Jaden Daniels, the runner here tonight. And let's reiterate, Terry McLaurin is best receiver. Noah Brown's not in there. Austin Eckler's not in there. So they've got some backups in there playing, but there's been nobody open. I think I showed on the first play or so that match zone. Even when they're running routes and trying to get open, these linebackers are running right to them and sticking on them and not letting
Handoff straight up the middle. Nice bounce out. That'll be a first down, Washington.
A first down, 42-yard line. Rodriguez, some big things when he gets in there, and the fans have to see Dan Quinn's team move the chains here. 3.5 left until halftime.
3 minutes to halftime.
Samuel comes back in. The Traylon Burks, Chris Moore, Jalen Lane, the other receivers for Washington tonight with the injury to Luke McCaffrey on the opening kickoff.
Nice big run for Washington. Gain of 12 right there. Rodriguez on the run.
Washington into Seattle territory.
This ball's going to come across here on the trap. Gives you a double team there. And for all you people who love offensive line play, I am not a clinic.
Hang on while you put yourself on the back.
Nice throw and catch. Tebow Samuel for a gain of 9.
Steph Curry, we don't have Steph Curry.
Second down and 1.
I know you love the NBA, but we're going to do the best we can.
I'm enjoying the offense a lot. I just didn't know you were going to praise yourself that you were putting on a clinic with it. That's Bontu trying to definitely find a way to get on the board here before halftime. Seattle gets the ball to start the second half.
Handoff straight up the middle. First down. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. They need to at least get 7 here before the end.
We'll see if Washington can get on the board and more offensive line clinic from Chris.
Those knows Sundays hit different when you earn them.
You ready? It's Saturday. Dave's ready. Dave Short's ready. He's miles ahead of you.
We fine, Dave.
Oh! Let's go.
Plenty runtime, and it's even got turbo mode.
That's what they called me in college. No, they didn't. They called me a lot of things, different things.
I bet they did. We'll take it.
We got a Sunday to earn. We have to tackle that problem on Saturdays. You can earn your Sunday.
That's a funny commercial.
That's side for another 6, 7 years.
When the class is supposed to say because he is there, man. So many there, so many asses. You ain't catch that. I can't pass the shit.
Oh, boy. Ugh. You know, I don't like that, games like this. A lot of people that watch the channel know that. It's not much fun when you get a blowout. You want a competitive game.
What's up, Zach?
Check out this echo.
T-Mobile's got home internet.
Oh.
And it's just $35 a month. Our echoes are all cleaner. T-Mobile's got home internet, just $35 a month, and it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Yodelay hee hoo. Oh, I started to check fantasy. I'll wait to check that later.
I want to carry on. Not today. This is the point I give up.
Because Walker hadn't been playing a lot. He needs to get some touches.
You will see me at the top. This is the last time you won't remember my name. HUD, Power of Dreams, proud partner of Team USA.
On the start, the sweet by the way, he's talking about it. The man is the one that's supposed to ask the women out.
26 left.
30 years. I haven't dated in 30 years.
Happy's Place. New Friday on NBC and Peacock.
Coming up on the show at halftime, we'll hear from Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen after their 10th career meeting and how the Bills got the best of the defending AFC champs. Mike?
All right, Maria, we look forward to halftime. Patrick Mahomes only 15 of 34. Really, a second half early Buffalo pressure. They get the win at home in the regular season matchup with the Chiefs.
We've seen that before. We'll see how it goes later on. But that was a big one for Buffalo. That established something, right away, especially with the way.
I have DirecTV, so that helps me.
New England 7-2. Buffalo a half game back at 6-2 with a head-to-head win. And week 15, Buffalo goes to Foxborough.
First down and 10. First down and 10.
In the second half, really going to carry some weight. Playoffs, seeding, and all that stuff. But it's cold. Time to start. Turn our attention. Washington just trying to get themselves some positive momentum.
Cross the middle, caught. First down inside the 20.
For 15.
Yeah, it does help.
So spread out in the secondary right now, playing with that lead. That's the way those throws are going to have to be made. Some slants, some catch and run underneath. It's been very difficult all season long for anybody to try and get behind Mike McDonald's defense, and especially when you have a score like this.
Their communication is Washington has a couple tight ends out there. Ben Sinnott in motion. Chris Rodriguez.
Handoff, short run, Rodriguez.
When he touches the ball for Washington, to the 13-yard line it goes. We're going to get timeout taken here with 1:09 to go. Well, welcome to sad news, all of us in our industry and NBC and also football. Bob Trumpy passed away.
Bob Trumpy passed away.
Decade with the Bengals, Hall of Fame broadcaster as well. A couple of decades at NBC, called 2 Super Bowls, 3 Olympics, 3 Ryder Cups, Pete Rozelle Award, Hall of Fame honoring his great radio and TV work and the Cincinnati tie. Radio, especially, you followed Bob on the radio in Cincinnati.
He had a lot to do with my getting that job in Cincinnati, and sports talk was world famous in Cincinnati, and such a great guy, and had this booming laugh. You thought you were a stand-up comedian when you went on the show with him. But he went on to NBC, a couple of Super Bowls, he did golf, he did the Olympics, but more than anything, just a great, great friend, and so many people so sad in Cincinnati because he's a legend there. He really is.
Really was. Sorry, thoughts to Bob's family and all of his friends in Cincinnati as well. Don Criqui and Bob Trumpy calling games so many years.
Don Criqui and Bob Trumpy. I remember those two.
Over the years as well. It's one of the real class people in our industry and at our company as well. So foundational. We think about Trumpy on this night. That's Ernest Jones from the Seahawks. He was injured on that last play. Run by Rodriguez. Ben Sinnott rolled into his right leg. So concerns for the signal calling for that Seattle defense.
2nd and 5. 2nd and 5.
Drake Thomas says the linebackers for the Hawks. 2nd and 5.
Play action. Look at the throw. Throws on a run. Incomplete.
Seattle had everything covered.
Pressure everywhere.
Worry was coming in with some pressure.
Sure did. Eman Worry is showing a little intelligence as well for a young rookie out here. Watch as he gets out. He's going to go wide and force this back inside. Look at him use his athleticism there, stop the play, and force the throw away. He was playing so well, they just couldn't take him out of the line.
It brings him 35. Patterns like Daniels on the run, taking up first down.
Daniels inside, almost scores it.
Inside to get a couple more yards. Nifty run by Jaden. We've seen no ill effects off that hamstring injury. Right around the 1 yard line, first and goal for the Commanders.
And you see these defenders, they just jump routes. That may have been a little man under coverage there, but as soon as Jaden Daniels saw that, this is the difference. This is what he can do for this offense. They are explosive. And when I think of him, I always think of Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar is a little faster and all of that, but he is at his core a pocket passer. He wants to throw it from the pocket, but he's so magical when he gets out.
Clock running down. First and goal.
First and goal. First and goal. Daniel runs it in. Touchdown.
To get on the board, 10 plays, 69 yards.
The offense just expands so much when he's in the game. That was no part of a pass at all. You could see him tuck the ball right away, just a QB sweep. And the one thing we have seen tonight is that Jaden Daniels, even coming off of an injury, has been hyper competitive. He's running hard. He's playing this game, and I guarantee you, he believes they're coming back and winning the game in the second half.
Matt Gay came up with a back injury. This Kansas City game. Practice this week. The good warm-ups and good day. So Daniels gets the Commanders on the board. Did a lot of it on that drive, including the 1 yard touchdown run. It's 28-7. Seahawks.
When the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
I'm going to mute for a second here. 53 seconds left. Intentional mute.
Kicked off the return. Good direction on the kick. A lot of you take it. They get right up the 25-yard line. Washington trying to
Out near the 25-yard line.
on the tackle. Sam Darnold perfect on the night.
28-7. At least Washington gets on the board here. They can't give up another score here in 53 seconds. I can only imagine how these numbers are going to look at halftime when Doug posts them.
Very sort of only on the Pacific Northwest in the conversation going, but why not Sam Darnold in the MVP conversation? That didn't hurt. Touchdowns.
We then to the chat with a national TV game like this.
Ninjigma's loose out near midfield. Gain of 20.
Timeouts in 40 seconds. 14 of 14 for 249.
I mean, he is just feeling it. He's hitting that back foot and throwing like he's been doing this offense his whole life.
Never completed 15 in a row.
Another completion out to his tight end, across midfield, down to the 49 with 20 seconds.
Seconds left. 15 of 15. Not only his best to start a game, his best at any point in any game.
And Mike, they're picking up everything that Washington can throw at them. The same sort of blitzes that have been working on Seattle's side, Seattle on the offensive line is picking those up, and Darnold is not flinching at all. He's not even looking. He knows he has it protected on the backside there, stood in, made the throw.
About 10 yards away from Myers' field goal range. Actually, they're in Cam Little's field goal range right now. 68-yarder. Congratulations to the Jacksonville kickers setting the NFL record for the longest field goal in the 105-year history of the league today. 68.
Yeah.
Here to seal the break against Vegas. Jacksonville won the overtime win against Pete Carroll's team. Second and 3. Darnold
Down the field, Smith and Jigma for a big catch again. Dude is just having a monster game. Monster game.
Not a good feeling. Here he is in the backfield.
I don't know how many yards he's got, but good gravy, he's probably got 100.
And Darnold never looked anywhere else. He sees the man-to-man, I'm going to my man. There you go, right in the breadbasket. And what a smoke.
Unreal.
By Sam Darnold.
He might be down inbounds there. Terry McCauley, bring our rules analyst in. What does that mean?
He is down in bounds. They'll reverse that. That means it goes to a running clock. So Seattle can use their last timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff, or they can go for the have the 10-second runoff.
Yeah, but they should take it. So they'll probably have 13 seconds and no timeouts. Or the other choice is...
Jeez, the whiz. 119.
Spike it, kick a field goal. That's the choice here. So Bill Vinovich looking as the replay officials in New York cue up the replay looks.
Sam Darnold's up there probably selling, let's throw one in the end zone.
I'm going to try at halftime and see if I can pull off a miracle.
4 touchdowns. Take a look at their right foot as that comes down out of bounds. What body part comes down first, inbounds or outs?
Keys Winter, hello.
Seeing the shit, right?
It would be the body part that they're discussing.
I started it now. We'll see how long it takes. And we got this stopped. Why did my whole dish stop? Oh, come on. Both signals have stopped right now. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad they're reviewing a play and it's taking some time. Okay, so it's NBC. It's not me. All right, let me refresh this one.
Now it's snapper. You got to take the time out.
NBC went out. Quan Raffaella. Good to see our friend Keith Winter in here with us. Don't forget, tonight after this game, I'll be unveiling an incredible video that Casey did for Preston's graduation. I hope that if you're friends of the channel and you know my son, Preston, I hope you tune in for it right after this game on our late night show. Right after this game on our late night show. Abreu and Rafaela. Wow. Garcia, Witt. Wow. Left-hand side, all Kansas City. Dingler. Freed is your pitcher. Wow. Sorry, I'm looking at the gold gloves. Jen just shared all the gold gloves with me this year. Anybody else's signal sticking for NBC? Yeah, it's just NBC. It's sticking. Kicking a field goal here.
41-yarder to end a 5-possession, 5-score half for Seattle.
And they hit it.
Darnold doesn't have an incompletion. What stood out to you the most?
Well, our operation is good right now. We're taking the ball the right way. Sam's being decisive. We're protecting him. Keep the run game going in the second half is going to be important.
The leader of your defense, Ernest Jones, went to medical tent, left the field early. If he can't go, how does that affect the defense in the second half?
We'll see. I mean, Drake's going to have to do the mic. Tyree Stein will play dime, and then we might have to shuffle some other things, but we'll figure it out.
Mike, thanks.
Thank you, Russell.
You know who went to the same high school as Mike McDonald?
I don't.
Maria Taylor.
I love that.
You know who's coming up right now to join the halftime?
Stay tuned.
Maria Taylor. MC, it's all yours.
Hey, go Knights and Mike McDonald.
All right, we're good. We got the halftime show coming up.
Set a franchise record in Buffalo's win against the Chiefs, all while the Bills' defense slowed down Patrick Mahomes like no team ever has before. Plus, who has Matthew Stafford leading the NFL in touchdowns at the midway point of the season? Find out.
Washington finally stopped them. That's great. Molly's giving me all the information on all these gold glove winners. Hold on, everybody, for a second. Intentional mute for 1 second. Coming back in here. Hello, Doug is leaving, guys. Go check. Those numbers are horrible. Doug, can you fix those numbers before you come back, before you leave? Can you fix those real quick, please, before you leave? Doug will be live tomorrow. Ape Guy Tyler. What's up, Ape Guy Tyler? I love that name. Doug will be live tomorrow morning on his channel, 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning. So go check him out. He does an amazing job with his coffee talk. It's like drive time, in the morning. We used to listen to those drive time DJs on your radio station. It's just like that. So check him out. We are at halftime here, 31-7, 10:02. So hoping we're going to get done in an hour and some. 13 seconds left, so we'll be coming back quick. Good thing is Seattle should be doing a lot of running. What numbers I need you to make? I need you to make Washington's quarterback numbers better. That's what I need you to fix. I'm not winning my fantasy game, and the halftime numbers you posted are not very good passing numbers. It's only 64. Can it be 164? Could you fix that? That's what I need. Good to see you, Tyler. Welcome back in. I need to win my fantasy game, and your numbers are not helping me. I didn't know if you could fix that. So we'll be coming back. Who gets the ball at halftime? Oh, great. Seattle receives the ball to start the second game, or second half. Seattle gets the ball to start the second half. That's horrible. That doesn't help me either. The only thing it does help me is Seattle's up big, and I do have their running back. I have, which one? I have one of the running backs. So he'll get a lot of handoffs here because they're going to try to just run the ball. So that'll help me. And when Washington gets the ball, he's going to have to throw it because they're so far behind. So that might help me. I might have a good fantasy halftime. Go check out Doug tomorrow at 9 o'clock. He'll talk fantasy with you, but it won't be football. It's just the normal stuff.
Productions is prohibited.
Here they are coming back in with the highlights. Sunday night.
Football, the Seahawks can play with anybody. Big game for Washington.
Off we go.
Wow. When you got a defense playing like this,
Holy Seattle.
now you're going to throw in a little special team magic.
Seattle is in business.
A Sunday night.
Progressive, insurance for coverage you can count on.
As long as you want to, Bruce. These ones are always tough. Hey, Disney's got Christmas decorations for sale. Oh, son of a monkey nut, it's Stitch. Oh, it's Stitch. I don't want that one.
Haven't seen a half like that from a quarterback in a decade. Ryan Tannehill with Miami. And deeper in the Darnold stuff, only pressure on 13%.
They don't have all the Christmas stuff out yet. Because that whole area is wide open over there. I'm seeing some garland up, Christmas garland up at the park. I love it.
31-7. Washington will kick off to Seattle to begin this third quarter. Sends it away.
Taking it to 5. Fumbled. Picks it up at the 15. Seattle tackled at the 19 on the fumble and pickup of the botched punt. Christmas garland, yes.
16 in the first half. What adjustments can you make on defense to slow him down?
Yeah, the whole thing of it. We missed the whole thing. So I told the team here.
I love Christmas garland. I love all the garland, but Judy Garland's pretty good too, but Christmas is better.
We got to get him out of rhythm. We've got to be disruptive. Those are the things that we have to do. We've got to get that done together. 4 or 5 drives, both sides of the ball. We've got to get that done.
Yeah, that lack of the pass rush up front, big part of the struggles for this Washington team the last few weeks. It begins with a run for Kenneth Walker to the left, 4 yards and 20-yard line. You see the empty Jacob Martin made the tackle.
Second down. Second down and 9 on that short run.
Early in the first quarter, what did they do? They got everything outside on the edge, so you shut that one off with the first play. A good first step. But you're right, that Jacob Martin, he had a heck of a game the last time out, right? A couple sacks in that game.
Against Kansas City. Guy who was a Seattle 6th round pick back in 2018. A lot of veterans on this Washington team, guys. They're age 9th, 10th year in the league.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming across the middle. Caught. Complete. Gain of 7, almost 8. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1.
17 of 17.
Yeah, Billy made it to look number 2 that time. Start on one side. A lot of times, what Sam would say is that based on the defense, occasionally you can eliminate 1 and 2 and just get off of it once you see it and come straight to the backside. I think that's what you saw based on the defense that time.
Seattle's going left to right. Incomplete. Washington will get the ball back.
Looks like Lattimore, I believe.
Your teams with first possessions of the first and third halves always go left to right. Possessions in the second and fourth go right to left.
Just a little bit short, wasn't it? Gave him a chance to catch up high and away. He had plenty of room to be able to fade outside to that throw, but Lattimore, you can tell he's hurting a little bit hanging in there.
Michael Dixon with the kick. Lane going back. 17. Made one man miss, but not the rest. As the special teams have been very good with Seattle all year in coverage. Greg Thomas with the tackle. He and Chaz Surratt right there. Jay Harbaugh, Jim's son, John's nephew, done a heck of a job coaching the Seattle special teams. As Washington and Jaden Daniels take over right around the 20, there is Jay.
All right, 1st and 10, right around the 21 for the Commanders.
Uncle John's path, a longtime special teams coordinator. You get to know football so well by doing it in that direction. And Jay has done that with this Seattle team. They've got a bunch of really good coverage guys. All right, so Washington did job 1. They kept Seattle off the board for the first time tonight. The Daniels trying to build a drive.
Handoff. Round the outside. Nice run. Gain of 6, maybe 7.
26-yard line, Melissa.
Mike, just before the half ended, we saw linebacker Ernest Jones, the leader of the Seahawks defense, get injured. He has been ruled out with a knee injury.
Jones on defense for Seattle is out of the game.
He showed a ton of frustration and just
First down and 10. Shortly away. They need 5 to get it. Daniels throws it. Caught. Midfield to Ertz. That's a nice catch and play. Cross the 50 to the 48 of Seattle. 1st and 10.
Jaden Daniels not going to quit, despite the fact he got immediate pressure here. Watch him work away from that. Step up, eyes down the field, and have to float it in over the top of Eman Mori, and just perfectly done. He's really a pleasure to watch, Jaden Daniels. He is so competitive. He wants this so badly. At least so far, this half has started out favorably for Washington.
First down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 3. 2nd and 7.
First year was just like that smooth escalator ride up to the top. It was so good. This year just been a little bit bumpy, right? Some injuries, all your wide receivers hurt. Just part of what's going to happen if you have a long career in this league. Ask that guy.
But I just think that we also got to see, they won so many close games last year. Right?
Yeah.
2nd down and 6.
They're not winning those close games.
Oh, he's going to get sacked. He's going down. That was ugly.
Williams and Jaron Reed were there. The veteran at the USC.
3rd down. 3rd down and 13.
Been doing the picking. This time he picked for his teammate, but he goes bouncing right off the offensive lineman that he picked and straight to the sack. And so many times in this defense, It is the guy who's willing to do the dirty work that ends up getting rewarded.
The Pro Bowl last year, 7 years between Pro Bowls. Well, the man was the Jets' 6th pick back in 2015.
Pressure coming, about to get hit. Gets it off, incomplete. 4th down, they're punting back.
Twisting Seattle rush. Get Washington off the field.
That's too far to go on 4th and 13. It's just too much.
Check out Leonard Williams here and watch what he does this time. When he blitzes, everybody panics. And I think a little bit the quarterback too, but through the double team. And then you can see there's simply nobody left to block on the outside on Derek.
Here comes the punt.
You get that great player to suck all the attention out of the offensive line, opens it up for other people.
Hunter Tressway is terrific at hitting the opponent back inside the 10-yard line. Torrey Horton.
Fair catch, caught at the 12. They'll start right there.
Inside the 20-yard line during his 12-year career. Well, post-Halloween, still in costume. In front of me. Guys, Halloween's over.
Guys, Halloween is over. That's funny.
With the U.S. Bank Smartly Visa Signature Card,
Hey, Peyton.
you can earn an unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
I think you missed a spot. I'm on it.
Wow, it's beautiful.
The cash back is even more beautiful.
It's definitely right.
No matter what you buy,
I'll agree.
earn more smartly.
That's a lot of Halloween.
Visa Signature Card.
A lot of Christmas decorations. Good Lord. Way too many. Hey, Jacob, welcome in.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Walmart's top brand gifts surprise every last time.
Walmart has Tony's?
And espresso?
Even Apple? Who knew?
Word la. Okay, Blazer. In a verifiably fabricated survey, 9 out of 10 dentists love Toyota's all-electric DZ. But where's dentist number 10? Let's get her behind the wheel. Dentist number 10 said she wouldn't buy a battery electric vehicle. Maybe she didn't know driving a Toyota DZ would be more fun than eating candy. It's a...
All right, we come back. Seattle ball, 1st and 10. They're going to start at the 12.
Let's go places.
I'm starting a new team at a tiny school with an unpronounceable name. Yeah, how? Wow! I'm looking for tumblers and stumblers.
I have narcolepsy.
What you gotta do is think outside the box.
I need to steal my Star Flyer crystal from my old team. Am I upset about losing Crystal? Crystal who? Yes? Not you.
Stumble. Friday on the NBC MP guy.
Let's take a look at our 4K Skycam delivered by Walmart. And let's zoom in here on Abraham Lucas, the right tackle. He still has that neck roll on. It's underneath the jersey, unlike the old days. But he has been on point all night long. And when you have a quarterback...
That's a big kid moving, number 72. Good Lord.
One of the reasons why is that you have those offensive linemen that are keeping that pocket clean, and he's focusing down the field and making those big plays. Almost across the board, it has been a terrific night for this offensive line.
Here we go, 1st and 10, Seattle.
All season long, one of 4 teams coming into this week with that distinction, the Jets, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, who we saw last week, and we'll see...
Play action, rolls, going to throw. Incomplete. That was way late on the flag. Oh, my God, late. Show that again. I don't believe that at all.
We knew we were going to get some more action out of the speedster, Jonathan Jones. Let's see here if he...
Waiting for my signal. First down and 10 at the 40 now. First down and 10 at the 40. Changing the play at the line. Handoff, Walker. Nothing really. Come on, computer, connect.
He doesn't think that the hamstring
Thank you.
injury that he suffered Thursday in practice is
Second down and 9. Second down and 9.
He said there's nothing worse than being hurt because you feel so useless. But watching him down here, he's got that earpiece in, he's listening to play calls, he's got the tablet, he's coaching the receivers up, finding many ways to make himself very useful.
And again, those two receivers, their backs there, White and White, both called up to the practice squad. So anything that guy can do, one of the most cerebral, hardest work.
Timeout, Seattle.
A bonus for this team. This timeout taken by Seattle. 5 minutes into this third quarter.
Oh, they're going to do an insect commercial. Insect commercial. Looking for pictures.
At the Farmer's Dog, our fresh food plans give dogs good health and great hair. Get 50% off your first box only at thefarmersdog.com.
Chris, Melissa was talking about Cooper Kupp. What a great benefit this has been for Jackson Smith and Jigba as DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett move on away from the Seahawks. Smith and Jigba becomes the #1 receiver, and he's got Kupp there to help him in that transition, in addition to everything Cooper does on the team.
No doubt. And a few tricks in the trade. Cooper Kupp has learned how to beat people a lot of different ways, and not always with some of these great ones.
Quick out throws. Horton's got that. He's hit right away. Third down and 4 coming up.
With a hip injury here tonight, still out there working and makes the play.
And we're talking about Jackson Smith and Jigba, and when he was early here in his career in Seattle, he was a slot. And so a little bit like Justin Jefferson. When Justin Jefferson was in college, we didn't always see him playing outside. He was a slot guy. But then we saw in his career, same thing with JSN right now.
No Marshawn Lattimore for the moment questionable to return. Looking at his knee. 3rd and 4 for
3rd and 4. Darnold throws. Intercepted. Washington's got it on the logo.
Off the spot, off time, reloaded. And Saber still comes up with his 3rd pick of the year. And his 5th in his first 2 years out of Michigan.
Well, the first ugly play by Sam Darnold, and the protection, once again, was almost perfect. Darnold had time to go through his progressions. Instead, he ended up trying to scramble and throw back across his body. It's just a mistake we have not seen him make, certainly tonight, but for the most part this year. And he knows there was no reason.
Interception number 5 thrown by Darnold. Lattimore out. Saber still steps.
First down and 10 at the 47.
For this Washington defense, and now good field position here on Jaden Daniels and Chris Rodriguez.
Handoff. Deebo Samuel. Nice run. Gain of about 5.
Come over to limit the game.
It's like they're going to say he was out of bounds. A little bit shorter than that, so gain of about 3.
We don't have Julian Love playing there. Ernest Jones is out. But Tyrese Knight, number 48, who's playing linebacker in there now, was the starter at the beginning of the year. So he and Drake Thomas have to take over the operation. But because of the lead, we're still seeing these 2 deep safeties. So it's going to either have to be Jay Daniels running or shorter, quicker throws in order to get back in.
Daniels tries to take off. He's going to get some yards. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2, I believe.
A clean hit on.
Yeah. You know, like at the Kentucky Derby.
Third down and about 2.
Alongside the other horses getting ready to run in the Derby. Leonard Williams is going to grab him and just kind of escort him for a little bit there. But that's a bad feeling as a runner of the football. You're having somebody hold you up while these other guys are coming in and taking shots at your belly. He's a gutsy kid. He really is, Jake Daniels.
Third down and 1. They got it. Rodriguez pushes his way through. First down. Seattle's on the defensive move now.
Shy of the 40-yard line. Here's Rodriguez, year 3. He mentioned the Derby. He's out of Kentucky.
There you go. And it's frustrating. I'm sure the fans of the Commanders are saying, throw it deep, throw it deep. Well, it's not there.
Rolls, throws on his right. Daniels going to run out of bounds. Nowhere to throw it.
And limit the gain. Again, if you are just joining us, Luke McCaffrey for the Commanders out in the first half. So the offensive options downfield for Cliff Kingsbury have been limited, as it has been all season long.
It's so funny, Mike. As soon as I say they don't have the opportunity to throw it down the field, they rotated the safeties and they had somebody open in the corner.
Neil, hello, buddy.
One shot at a big play. Here comes the blitz again off the right side. They completely busted it. They're not checking out of it.
Timeout. It's called a
Timeout.
Nobody saw him call a timeout. Play clock was running down. Not enough time.
Play clock was running out.
Each team's used the timeout here in the third.
So you're going to get a 3 deep really for one of the few times tonight. So they do have an opportunity to get this corner route in, especially as Jaden Daniels ran that way. So an opportunity maybe to hit it right there, and they did not. So even when opportunity presents itself, unable to take advantage of it.
Jalen Lane, the receiver, was breaking towards the pylon. Mentioned Noah Brown's injury. If you just think of that core, that main core for this Washington offense in terms of the pass game, which would be Daniels at quarterback and the top 2 receivers, Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel, they've only played about a fifth of the season together, 20%, and almost no practices as McLaurin was doing the contract deal and not participating in training camp. So it just never got on rhythm for this Washington offense this year.
It just did.
Second and 9 becomes second and 14.
Second and 9, now second and 14.
That's their 7th. That's what Washington averages a year. That's a couple of Zach Ertz false starts here tonight.
And everybody wants to try so hard and get moving and make a play and had a little momentum. And tough when your veteran guys are involved too. You know the young guys are going to do it on occasion. I'll tell you, Zach Ertz, though, other than Travis Kelce, he is tight as...
Second down and 14. Second down and 14. Daniels doesn't get much, a yard or two. He's brought down again. Third and 15. Getting no time to throw at all. None.
Well, what's happening is Jaden Daniels doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball. Let's watch what's happening. Coverage down the field. There's Reek Woolen all over Deebo. Maybe an opportunity, but it really looked like he was covered up by Tyrese Knight. And when you have to go past number 3 as a quarterback, you're going to get hit.
Especially with this front. They roll them, bring it 5, they twist a lot.
Throws are blocking. Incomplete. There's flags down. I think it's going to be holding.
But the penalty is they were trying to protect Jaden Daniels.
Now we're looking at another chop block, I do believe.
Personal foul. Chop block.
Chop block, yep. Declined. Fourth down. Seattle getting the ball back again.
Once the tackle is engaged, you cannot come across as the running back and cut that pass rusher. Obvious safety issues, and it's been a good rule.
Laramie Tunsil, arms on him high, as Drake Thomas was coming in. So 4th and 15 with the penalty declined. Washington will keep the offense out there and go for it, as the 15-yard penalty was not taken by Seattle.
This is what they always talk about with instead of the onside kick.
Just thinking the same thing.
And I'm like, okay, I can want a 4th and 15 instead of an onside kick. Let's do it.
Well, we did see an onside kick recovered today.
That might be it. Yeah.
Bengals game.
Shotgun, look at the throw. About to get hit again. Dances out of the way. Dances out of the way. Now he's going to run for it. He didn't get there.
Gets to Daniel's feet. And Seattle's defense with the hole. Leonard Williams. Give me that dive. Just got him on the shoe. Way to go.
Wow.
Where am I going? I don't know. Where am I heading? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way.
That was something. Great effort.
When will I get there? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. Where am I going? I don't know. What will I get? I ain't equipped to say.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
What if you were prepared for all those interview curveballs?
5 minutes left in the third. What time we got? 10:30.
Before the interview.
So there I was, scrolling eBay.
When I saw this,
Still in the box. It's like the exact same one my mom wore.
this whole time it was right there on eBay.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
It is not the man who commands the field beneath the stadium lights who deserves our highest praise.
So just so everyone knows what I might do if this game continues to be a blowout, sometime around 11, a little bit before, I may just call it a night on this one. If they don't, if Washington comes back, we'll finish it out. But I have a late night stream tonight with late night, and tonight's a little bit different than usual. I have a very special video to share with our community that follows our channel. As you know, both my daughter and son, some of you should know, my daughter and son both graduated milestones with college. Amber graduates college actually in 2 weeks, and my son graduates in has graduated from high school and is now in college. And Casey did a really, really good video, and I promised everyone that I would share that tonight on Insomniacs. And if this one's a blowout, I'm at least going to start that one at a reasonable amount of time. I hope you'll, if you're friends of the channel and you're familiar with Preston or been around for a while, and as many of you are that are in here right now, I hope that you'll consider coming over to that stream when we do it right after this one, and take me a few minutes to go through a couple things, then I'll play that video. So looking forward to sharing that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes here. Seattle may drive down here, put this out of range real quick. Handoff up the middle, Charbonnet. Short run. We'll see how it goes.
About 6 to the 46-yard line. Seattle scored 24 in the second quarter, 3 touchdowns in a 4-minute.
So many people have gone way over the top to support Preston in our community. Many of them are in here right now, both in the chat and Ninja.
18 and 20 on the night right now.
Oh, about to get hit. Shuttle pass to Charbonnet. We got a flag down. Might have been an illegal man downfield.
First down, depending on what the flag is.
There's a receiver that went down in the middle of the field.
Holding. Penalties decline. They'll take the spot of the foul. First down on the shuttle pass.
Hey, at least he's out there fighting, right? Let's see what happens. There you go. But diving, pitching.
Great job by Darnold. I didn't expect that.
You're hot, right? Yeah, right. I'll tell you who else is hot. Charbonnet's had a nice night here.
First and 10. Short run.
From the Commanders. And a gain of a couple.
Now, it's kind of interesting, Mike, that as an offensive play caller, we're seeing Clint Kubiak here. They've been playing much wider here to cut this off, so they're running more inside zone kind of stuff here with some of the cutback. But really, Washington's reacted fairly well to that. But as soon as you start overcommitting to that run, you're in trouble. They have not been playing the amount of man coverage this half, though they did early in the game. I think they're convinced now they can't cover them.
Play action. Look at the throw. Underneath caught. Arroyo, but no gain.
Earlier in the game of about 3 yards. First, we go back to the issues for Washington up front. Their defensive line injuries, pressure on the quarterback just was not happening for them. And you see it just having a toll as the year goes on.
So they've got 6 down defensive linemen, and between them, they have 3 sacks. Johnny Newton has 2, Deron Payne has 1. So you almost are forced into pressure situations from the linebacker, which then forces you into man coverage on the back end. And they're flashing like they're going to play man, but the secondary, oh, maybe they are.
3rd and 5 across the middle. Cut.
At the 18-yard line for a first down. Catch number 8 for JSN, and he's got a $1.29 on the night.
Yeah, so you're thinking they've got 2 safeties. They're not going to do anything, but here they come late, walking down there so they can play the man coverage. Good job on the part of Sam Darnold, recognizing that, coming right back to his man look with his main man.
Over 100 for the 6th time, tying a Seattle record.
Handoff. Walker inside the 10, down to the 7. Wow. Late flag.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 99. Half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance to the goal.
Grab and twist.
Probably would have scored a touchdown if it wasn't for that.
To get his body completely.
You must have JSN tonight.
Keep running backwards.
As I mentioned earlier, the record of the 100 yards 6 times this year for Jackson Smith and Jigba already. Only here in game 8 for Seattle, and of course ties Steve Largen's record. Anytime it's tying a record for Seattle receivers, that's the normal guess. Dan Quinn wants it, takes timeout. Washington's second. They'll have 1 left, but they broke the huddle with 12 out there. So
we got a timeout here. Timeout.
Yep.
Washington.
2:35. Timeout Washington. They had too many men on the field.
Called for the timeout. Steve Largent, you see these jerseys. It's a throwback night for Washington. They are debuting their Super Bowl era jerseys inspired by those Super Bowl wins in 82, 87, and 91. And the Royal Blue throwbacks that Seattle has come back with pretty strong as well.
Seattle and New England, I was calling that Super Bowl. They're down on this end of the field. I don't think I'll ever recover from that Super Bowl. I'm not sure they ever have either. But it was an amazing moment for the New England Patriots to find a way to win that one. But this was a team.
Edward, welcome in. Park Hopper Choppers. Good evening, sir. Good to see you.
5 years where they were the #1 defense. Bobby Wagner, who's playing for Washington, a big part of it.
Dan Quinn was the
2 minutes and 35 seconds here. In the 3rd, 1st and goal.
Seahawks celebrating their 50th anniversary this season. Josh Jones 74 at the end of the line.
Shotgun. Look at the throw. Incomplete.
It was covered by Frankie Luvu. That Legion of Boom you were talking about, Chris, that defense and the numbers that they put up over those years in Seattle. Earl and Cam and Sherm and Bobby Wagner still going. And bottom line is something Sherman brings up. Bobby Wagner told us when they all get together and they talk about led the NFL in points allowed each season. 4 years. Remarkable runs in NFL history.
Handoff up the middle. Walker, get him in there. At the 1, get him in there. I need a score by Walker.
Walker at the 1, 3rd and goal here late in the third quarter.
Hey, Mike, maybe the thing that's impressed me the most so far with this offense is this offensive line seems to be maturing to me.
Good.
And Ray Zabel, he was a first-round draft pick at left guard. Jalen Sundell, his former teammate from North Dakota State. But Anthony Bradford's had a better night tonight at the right guard position, and he was the one on sort of a movement.
Handoff. Did he hand it off? Please hand it off. I gave it to the tight end. Barner, touchdown. That's not the right person scoring.
Brought everybody together. You just smushed into a pile and saw who removed the other one like a. It's not a scrum. What is it called? It's not a scrum. It's the other
rugby term. Yeah, exactly right. The Barner, who also played at Michigan, Indiana before that. Gets that rushing touchdown.
Extra point is good. 38-7.
Seattle. Even their tight ends are running touchdowns as Barner takes the snap. Kicking some dirt in the face of Washington tonight.
There's something important I need to tell you. I should have said this a long time ago. Now the right time, Dad? You're eligible to become a member of Navy Federal Credit Union. I can't hear you. Because I'm an Army veteran, our whole family can join and get great benefits, like exclusive savings and discounts. Exclusive savings and discounts! That's great! Also, I love you. Thank you.
All veterans and their families can join.
That is a dumb commercial.
Our members are the mission. For type 2 diabetes, once weekly.
Yeah, this one was not close. Washington has not shown up.
3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%.
I love too many sports, Edward. I don't have one.
And people lost up to 25 pounds.
All the sports are good.
Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include.
All right, let's see what happens in the next minute 53.
Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, and before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems.
I can do diabetes with Mounjaro.
Pay as little as $25 per month. Ask your doctor about Mounjaro. Sure. We triple stitch each pair of bean boots and construct them with care up here in Maine. But this is when your bean boots become yours.
Trip from Seattle is long, but the Magic Hawk bus has given you a fun ride. They have won 9 in a row on the road. Team record, longest active streak in the NFL, close to extending it. I mean, anytime you leave Seattle, it's a long trip of 15,000 miles, but going back with victories. And Mike McDonald's the 4th coach in league history to go 10-1 in his first 11 road games, and he's about to add to that here tonight.
Numbers are really solid for Seattle tonight. Really solid.
Just making Washington frustrated on offense. And the 12s, those Seahawks fans from around the country and those who live on the East Coast getting a chance to see their team in person have enjoyed the show tonight.
Touchback.
He gets it at the 35.
All right, let's take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS, and it has been a tough night tonight for Jade Daniels. Under pressure, 54% of his dropbacks. Unheard of, career high.
Yeah, his line's not helping him at all tonight. Washington's line, they're just running right through it.
Also a career high. Doesn't have his receivers. He is feeding. He is doing everything he can, but this is a bit of a nightmare here on.
So much energy and anger, the perfect mix.
The numbers under pressure for Jaden, and we have a whistle here before the snap. Whatever wasn't straightened out has been.
You know, Mike, part of the scary stuff as well for the Commanders is this is the oldest team in the NFL.
Yes, it is, by about 9/10 of a year, which is a pretty big number for doing those averages. Daniels throws Debo
Samuel loose. Outside, that's a gain of about 20. 19-yard gain for Samuel. Kidder 96, welcome in.
Be good. Doesn't work the other way around, but right now they do need to get the ball in the hands of a few playmakers, and I think this is the right approach to playing these guys. I didn't think anybody would be able to stop their pass rush, especially their blitz. The one way you can do is get the ball out of your hands quickly, like this.
Quick out to Samuel again. That goes nowhere.
Terrific play. Traylon Burks, a big receiver. It's a flag over there. Burks is trying to make a block on Nick Eamon-Worry, but Nick Eamon-Worry's just as big. Actually, he's bigger than Burks.
I think they've got a real player at Eamon.
There's no foul play. Check it out.
No foul.
He just is creating issues in the pass rush. He's creating issues out on the edge. Just a spectacular looking young player, and there is no way that Traylon Burks is going to be able to block that.
And Chris, you started to talk about before with Eamon-Worry. When you start to put all the numbers of the combine together, there's a formula to get it to certain athleticism.
Throws underneath complete down to the 40.
He was the top. He had a 43-inch vertical, 43-inch 40, all that stuff with that size. And we were talking last week about teams running the ball more because teams playing nickel. But a guy like that out there who can cover and do what he just did, that's one in your favor if you're Seattle.
Yeah, and he basically can play any position. So when you get somebody...
Third down and 4. He
can play man coverage on the tight end. He can blitz. We've seen him do all that so far this game.
Daniels.
Pressure coming again. He's dancing. He's going to go down. Good Lord. This poor guy gets no time to throw the ball.
Back at the 48-yard line, and that'll bring the third quarter to an end.
God.
Only score of the quarter is that Seattle touchdown in the last drive. After 3, it is Seattle laughing and enjoying a 38-7. And Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.
After these messages.
Okay, Big Wheel.
We see you, mate. Oh, you mean my beautiful ride?
Well, with Progressive Name Your Price tool, I went and found the right auto insurance rate for me. You know this thing can traverse any terrain.
Terrain? No, that's not what you call your auntie's driveway. Some things you can handle, like finding auto insurance coverage.
That's good stuff.
Progressive's Name Your Price tool.
Yeah, Collinsworth. You know, that's what they're paid to do, though, Bruce. You know?
Not so much.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio.
I mean, I'm sitting here. I can say it the way I feel it. And be honest, those guys are paid to keep people watching the game. That's what they're paid to do. They don't want people leaving because they want viewers watching the commercials. That's what the TV stations want. Even when it is a blowout.
Haven't you heard? I'm working with you for West.
PJ in theaters November 21st. The NFL International Games debut in Berlin.
And on NFL Network, our stars come out in the Falcons. It's Sunday at 9:30 Eastern on NFL Network.
Yoo-hoo! Reba calling it.
My family tree is more like a crazy bush.
Happy Quiz. This is Friday on NBC and Peacock.
They can, they will, they might. Don't miss it. NBC's new comedy comeback story of cheerleading's biggest underdogs. Stumble premieres Friday on NBC and Peacock. Fourth quarter here in Landover, Maryland.
Yep. Whoa.
In the second for Seattle.
All right, here goes. They're going to punt.
38-7 Seahawks. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth. Melissa Stark, Terry McCauley, our rules analyst. Producer Rob Highland, director Jerez Goff. Sunday team with you here. Hit the midpoint of the season. Tress Way kicks it.
Fair caught at the 13. Mr. Condon, hello. I bet Seattle, so don't be surprised if now you got this one in the bag. Or was it minus what? I didn't look at what the numbers were today, Jeff.
Week 9 concludes with Monday Night Football. Then Week 10 kicks off with Thursday Night Football. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
It's NBA Coast to Coast Tuesday on NBC and Peacock. Prime television. Magic versus Hawks. Thunder versus Clippers. NBA on NBC. And it's all streaming on Peacock.
Iced latte with oat milk. Vanilla or caramel?
Wawa has new ways to create the lattes you love exactly the way you like, starting at just $3.
Ooh, extra espresso.
Every cup is created by you and handcrafted by us. You gesture, the world responds. Any car that doesn't offer that sense of control is a car that stops short of amazing.
Get special offers on select Lexus NX models.
There might be a chill in the air, but the deals
There is a chill in the air. I love it. There's a little chill in the air.
And Len Stoller Lexus and Owings Mills. Both dealers offer an outstanding new and pre-owned Lexus selection, including the Lexus ES, RX, NX, TX, and GX models. Take advantage of 3.49% financing, special lease deals, and warm your heart pricing. Now at your Baltimore area Lexus dealers, Len Stoller Lexus and Owings Mills, and Lexus of Towson. You waited all year, and it's finally here. The Wawa Gobbler is back.
Wawa Gobbler. Turkey, gravy, cranberry,
Sweet potatoes.
stuffing.
However you want it. Gotta have a Wawa.
Yes.
Matchup is brought to you by
Yes, please. On an afternoon for lunch, Wawa, when you get a turkey type sandwich. I mean, that's not like, you know, a full pit roast or a side of beef cut into a sandwich. I'll be honest. You get a really good smoked brisket. That's probably my number one, but a Thanksgiving sandwich is not far behind it. Not far behind it at all. Especially if they do the cranberry sauce right, you know? First and 10 here.
Fabulous wide receivers that have come out of Columbus and the Ohio State University.
Handoff up the minute. Short gain.
4 yards here on first down as the Seahawks take over early in the fourth, leading by 31.
I love the sandwich they have down at Earl's Sandwich in Florida. That place is awesome.
Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave came out in the same draft. JSN, Marvin Harrison Jr. with the Cardinals. And Mika Ibuka could be one of those Rookie of the Year candidates this year. And there are a couple more coming. And if you watch Ohio State, their terrific starts this season, they are loaded again. Two of the top receivers in college football.
Yeah, Liberty Tree is great too for a sit-down meal. The dessert makes Liberty Tree really good. Absolutely does.
Ohio State, Bill battling those receivers, but specifically the Jackson Smith and Jigba. As you studied him, you came up with a really great word, smooth. What is that smoothness?
I asked him about it, and he said, "Yeah, everybody says that it's smooth." I'm like, "Okay, another original thought from me." But I do think that one of the things that's happened to him is that he always had the talent, not blazing speed, but the talent. And then Cooper Kupp comes up. And Cooper Kupp is one of the great get open guys in the league.
Right.
And he has a way, he studies the route before he gets to the defender. He wiggles inside to break outside, outside to break inside. And JSN is very.
Yes, Darnold's still in the game.
A lot since Cooper Kupp's come over.
And Walker bounced off a Lubu's tackle, but still out there and still going is Bobby Wagner, who makes the stop and will force this 3 and out. As you look at Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I know, Neil, but it's not as good as the Florida one. It's it's one of those stops on the highway. It's not done the way it could be.
Take that next step, and he did, and he's come back as a 1, and he's shown up as a 1 this year.
And he's a great mix of humility, like he was very generous talking about Cooper Kupp, and confidence. Like he said, "No, I knew I could do it, and I went and told my coach, and then I went and did the work, and now we're doing it." And that's an impressive statement. Somebody that believes in themselves that much.
44-yard.
Collect is the 34.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse, Ronald L. All right, look, we're going to be live tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. And this one is a complete hammering here. So here's what I'm going to do tonight. A little different than what I usually do, to be honest. We usually do the whole games all the way through, but since this is a hammering and I don't see any sight of them coming back, I want to do my stream that I want to do for my late night show because of this special video that we have to share for my son. It's incredibly important for me to do that and to share it with our community. And Casey worked his tail off doing this here. So we're going to call it a stream. I am going to send you over to the other stream. If you'd like to stay there and hang with us, check out the video. I would love for you to do that. I'll explain a little bit more of it over there. So this one's done. Now I will keep this game on over here. Okay. And if something big happens in the Seattle-Washington game, I'll have my screen on and I'll let you know on my other stream, hey, this just happened in the game. If it's a big play or some points or something for anybody that's doing fantasy or any of that, because I'm still doing it. I'll still have the game on. But come over and join us over there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to get started in about 5 minutes over there. This stream will take you right to there. It's going to take you right to it. So just click the link and come on in over there, and I'll see you there in a couple minutes.